Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Welcome to the Dhammapada program. Today we are going to discuss the verse number 64. It begins as Java jivampi che balo panditam pairupasati Naso dhammam vijanati dabbi suparatam yataha. That means what I uttered for the Pali verse, it was uttered by the Buddha. When someone approached Buddha, of course another monk who approached Buddha and reported that there was a monk, he was sitting in the Dhamma hall, preaching hall. So he was sitting in the seat of the Dhamma master. So he wanted to test his ability, whether he is capable of preaching or whether he is really attained. So they simply posed simple questions. They were convinced that this was not the true answer, and he was not capable of preaching Dhamma, and he was not suitable to deliver the sermons. Therefore, these monks reported this incident to the Buddha. At that time, Buddha uttered this verse. The fool, even if he kept the company of a wise person intimately or a long period of time, will not become aware of the nature of life, nature of experience. Just as a spoon will not know the taste of soup. A nice example. Dabbi suparatayata. Dabbi means the spoon. The Buddha has presented in this stanza a very vivid image of what is being said by him, Dabbi. Dabbi, the spoon, stirs the dishes. In the course of its work, the spoon comes into intimate contact with all forms of foodstuffs. All forms of foodstuff. The spoon turns left and right, up and down, turning the food this way and that. The spoon continues to do this for all forms of dishes. Sweet, sour, bitter, astringent, all forms of dishes, and the like. The spoon goes on for ages until it decays. But the point made by the Buddha is that after that, the spoon does not know the taste of food. This is a very apt image to show what happens to a foolish person who associates with the wise over lifetime. He does not derive even an iota of profit for all that association. So here the term Dhamma meanings takes on numerous meanings. It has numerous meanings. The nature, the meaning which is foremost in popular Buddhism is the word of the Buddha. That is called Buddhism. That's the teachings of the Buddha. So the Dhamma means here the teachings of the Buddha. The Buddha taught the world what he experienced, the process through which the world came to know about this experience. This experience was the word of the Buddha, which is called Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma. Even the channel that we are telecasting here, this sermon, is called Buddha Dharma TV. That means teaching of the Buddha, television of Buddha's teaching. So Buddha Dharma, which has been recounted extensively in Buddhist scriptures, immediately on enlightenment, he was absorbed in solitary meditation. At that time, the following thoughts occurred to him. This experience, which I have realized, is indeed profound, difficult to perceive, difficult to comprehend, tranquil and exalted, not within the sphere of logic, subtle, and is to be understood by the wise. These beings are attached to material pleasures. That means we are attached to material pleasures. This causally connected, dependent arising is a subject which difficult to comprehend. And this Nibbana, the cessation of the conditioned, the abandoning of all passions, the destruction of craving, non-attachment, and the cessation, is also a matter not easily comprehensible. Not easily comprehensible, because it's not to easily understood, not to be easily understood. It is to be seen with insight. If I were to teach this experience, the Dhamma, nature, the true nature of the life, others would not understand me. That will be only weariness to me. That will be tiredness to me. It is. Then those wonderful verses unheard or before occurred to the Buddha. The words unheard before just occurred to before the Buddha, quote to the Buddha. With difficulty have I comprehended the Dhamma. There is no need to proclaim it now. I comprehended the Dhamma. There is no need to proclaim it now. The Dhamma is not easily understood by those who are dominated by lust and hatred. By lust and hatred. The lust-ridden masses, shrouded in darkness, do not see this Dhamma, which goes against the stream, which is not easy to understood, profound, difficult to perceive, and subtle. As the Buddha reflected thus, he was not disposed to expound the Dhamma, what he understood, what he realized, because it's so subtle and difficult to understand by the ordinary person. Thereupon, Brahma Sampati, believed by Brahmins to be the creator of the world, read the thoughts of the Buddha, and fearing that the world might perish through not hearing the Dhamma, approached him and invited the Buddha to teach the Dhamma. Thus, O Lord, may the Buddha expound the Dhamma. May the Buddha expound the Dhamma. There are beings with little dust in their eyes who are not hearing the Dhamma. O rise, O hero, victor in battle, caravan leader, debt-free one, and go out into the world. May the Buddha teach the Dhamma. There will be those who will understand the Dhamma. When the Brahmin said so, the exalted one, the Buddha, spoke to him that the following thoughts, O Brahma, occurred to me. This Dhamma which I have comprehended is not easily understood by those who are dominated by lust and hatred. The lust-ridden masses, shrouded in darkness, do not see this Dhamma which goes against the stream, which is abstruse, profound, difficult to perceive, and subtle. Buddha was reluctant to preach because people are not easily able to understand Buddha's deep Dhamma because they are busy with worldly affairs. As Buddha reflected thus, the Buddha said, his mind turned into action and to not teaching the Dhamma. Then the Brahma Sahampati, his name was Sahampati, God, appealed to the Buddha for the second time, and he made the same reply when he appealed to the Buddha for the third time. First time, he was reluctant. He said that the people will not be able to understand the deep Dhamma. It's hard for them to grasp the deep meaning. They are busy with the worldly affairs, full of lust and hatred. Then Brahma Sahampati appealed to the Buddha for the second time and the third time. He made the same reply. Buddha made the same reply. When he appealed for the third time, the Buddha, out of compassion for being, surveyed the world with his powerful miracle powers. Surveyed the world with the Buddha vision. As he surveyed thus, he saw beings with little and much dust in their eyes, with keen and dull intellect, with good and bad characteristics, beings who are easy and beings who are difficult to teach. And few others who live evil with fear and believe in a life beyond. Believe in a life beyond. As in the case of blue, red, or white lotus pond, some lotuses are born in the water, grow in the water, remain immersed in the water, and thrive plunged in the water. Some are born in the water, grow in the water, and remain on the surface of the water. Some others are born in the water, grow in the water, and emerging out of the water, stand uncontaminated by the water. Even so, as the Buddha surveyed the world with his Buddha vision, he saw beings with little and much dust in their eyes, with keen and dull intellect, with good and bad characteristics, beings who are easy and difficult to be taught, and few others who live evil with fear and believe in a life beyond. Having seen this, he set out to preach his gospel, his teaching, out of compassion for all suffering beings. Buddha's doctrine was initiated this way. The Dhamma signifies in the first instance the truth about experience, about life, which he revealed for the benefit of all beings. At the beginning, he was reluctant because people were busy with their social life and full of passion and lust and greed, and they will not be able to grasp the deep meaning of the Buddha's teaching, which he realized practicing millions and billions of years at developing his inner mind, and finally attained the supreme Buddhahood, enlightenment, and see the world whether they are capable of grasping the deep meaning of the Dhamma that he realized. Dhamma is there. If you practice the Dhamma, you can benefit the noble teachings of the Buddha. If you practice the teachings of the Buddha, apply the Buddha's teaching to your daily life, you will see it, you will benefit it immensely, and you will be happy. May you all be well and happy. Sukhi hotu.